Welcome back to this week's episode of Made for Mexico. I am Brent May, TIM, this is Mexico, and this is the show where we help you discover if you are made for Mexico. Now, we have a very special episode this week and very special guest. The theme is going to be healthcare today, and specifically natural medicine. So today we welcome Valentina Campos here.
Hello, Brent. Thank you so much for this introduction.
Hi, Valentina. Yeah, welcome to the Made for Mexico podcast, and it's really an honor to have you here.
Oh, thank you.
You know, we have quite a great history, and I'll just say I very much appreciate Valentina and her practice and her career, I guess. We've gotten to know each other well over the years as she's treated me.
Yes.
Yeah. So Valentina, how long have you been in Huatulco now for?
Now I live here for 5 years.
For 5 years, right? Years, so it's about 2019 or 2020 that
2020. 2020
yeah.
Pandemic.
Yeah, right in the pandemic.
Yes,
so
in the pandemic,
you came at the right time. And where was home before, Valentina?
So I lived before in India. So
okay.
I am a study there, Chinese medicine.
Oh, wow.
Is where I specialize in acupuncture.
Okay.
So my days there is like I study in morning, and afternoon I am in the clinic for service for the local people.
Okay.
And I have my private clinic too, you know. So
okay.
I have my Metatron. You remember when I met you? I doing the Metatron system non-linear.
You're right.
So I have this machine and the ozone therapy too.
Okay.
So in there I work in the similar treatment I doing here too.
And that was that was where you studied in India.
In India.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. How long did you study in India before?
Yeah, so I'll be there around 3 years.
3 years, okay,
yes.
wow.
Yeah. I traveled there, and after I'll be in Nepal.
Okay.
I live there in a monastery with the monks.
Oh, wow.
You know, I live there for a few months, little time,
right.
But I'm working the clinic too.
Okay.
So amazing experiences.
Okay. So that would be where all of your education comes from, is the studies in India?
No, I start to study in Mexico City.
Okay.
My first degree it's naturopathic.
Okay.
So I study first there, and after when I have my degree, I go to Europe for travel with my backpack, you know.
Okay.
So I travel there I think 1 year and a half.
Okay.
And after I come back, and I start to study physiotherapy.
Okay.
In Guadalajara, in other state of Mexico.
Okay.
And after that, come back to and be there in India and go to India for study acupuncture.
Okay, acupuncture in India, right? So I'll say you're obviously not Indian, so
no. The people there, you know what? When I am there, many people, they told me, "Are you Hindi? You look like a Hindi." And I say, "No. You know, they move their head like this."
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
But no, I'm Mexican.
Mexican. So you started out down this path of natural medicine, studying in Mexico City then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're actually from the state of Oaxaca, is that correct?
No. I'm born in Mexico City.
Oh, in Mexico City.
I'm born in Mexico City, but almost all my life I live in a small town close to the mountain.
Okay.
You know, so I live in the city when I am studying.
Okay.
But.
And what was life like back in your small town in the mountains?
What?
What was life like in your small town in the mountains?
Oh, so beautiful, you know. I spent all my holidays in the ranch with my grandfather. So I'm so happy there when my grandfather is live, because he have a very nice ranch with river, you know, all green. So he have horses, cows, all the farm, you know.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. A ranch to me means horses and cattle, and so you're a cowgirl.
Yeah, too. Yeah, for a few years.
You used to ride?
Now no more,
No?
but I love doing.
Back in the day.
I hope soon, because now I have my ranch in close to Hagia Sophia,
All right, yeah.
So I hope soon I have again horses.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. That sounds like a great way to grow up. So getting into the field of natural medicine, what inspired you to do something like that?
Oh, my mom.
Your mom?
My mom.
Oh, yeah.
My mom. My mom and my family have laboratories and pharmacy homeopathics. So when I am child, I visit my uncle's laboratory. So I remember when I'm there, I love the smell of the plants, and it's funny because my uncle, they give me a chochitos. The chochitos is like a pills. It's a vehicles for use the homeopathic medicine.
Okay.
So I love be there, So after my mom, every time when she have some homeopathic congress or medical congress, something like that, she pick me with her.
Okay.
So I read a lot homeopathic books, So usually I am be in the laboratory for a long time. So I start to be too much time with the patient, with my mom too. And I love how the homeopathic can cure or the body,
Sure.
So this is the more things inspiring me. Know how some plants can cure very easy the same symptoms they generate. It's like I tell you the principle of homeopathic is the similar cure the similar.
Right.
So I love this because it's like when some bees, they pick you, they generate inflammation, pain, itchy. So if you use the same remedy but in low potential, they can cure,
Oh, a lower dose.
A lower dose,
right.
Exactly. So this is the thing I love, see how the body can work with these plants and all these things, So
yeah, very interesting. So your mother was a big inspiration.
Big.
And it was kind of built into you growing up. You saw her healing people, and you saw her changing people's lives for the better.
Too much,
you see, that would be very inspirational to want to grow up just like mom.
Yes. When I see the patient coming with her in very bad situation, when they have a big injury in the feet, like ulcers, know,
yep.
And all doctors, they say no more cure, you need amputation in your leg. So my mom used many things homeopathic and can rescue the legs. So
right.
So I like so much this.
Yeah.
Yes.
So after watching your mom and probably helping your mom some, you decided time to go to school, and that's when you went into Mexico City and started studying and continuing to study. I know we lost you in Huatulco for a little while because you were away recently doing some studies. I'm not sure exactly what that was, but constantly learning, I guess.
Yes. I'm being in Spain for my degree for Chinese medicine.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I had the pleasure of meeting you right when you arrived to Huatulco, and I'm just thinking back. I had what I thought were concussion symptoms. I was surfing back in the day. My dream was to move here and be able to go surfing before I went to work. So I was working hard at learning the art of surfing, but unfortunately I got injured and kind of hyperextended my back and concussion symptoms, and they had went away for a little while. And then I remember I was lifting my paddleboard onto the roof of my vehicle, and it slipped out of my hand and fell on my own head, and I started getting these concussion symptoms back. So I thought, Brent, you've ignored this in the past. It's time to take care of yourself. So I remember I went actually to Puerto Escondido, got an EKG, And the doctors tell me you don't have concussion symptoms, and I'm like, yes, I do. I know what concussion symptoms are, and was in disbelief. And then we sat and, thought for a while. I'm like, well, could it be my back pain is giving me these concussion symptoms? And he's like, yeah, that's very possible. From that day on, I started focusing on my back pain. And that's when I came and saw you. And so you looked at my back and you started to educate me about inflammation in your body. And so we started working on inflammation in my body, and we've been working together ever since. So
yes.
I'd say, Valentina, I'll just say much. I love you very much. I've seen Valentina from as much as every day on a weekly basis to once a week, 4 times a month to maybe twice a month. But it's been consistent since 2020, and I'm a lot of work apparently. But you've been doing a great job, and we've definitely evolved. I guess you've helped me evolve in my health and as a human being even. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you. With pleasure.
So why don't you tell us about the different services you offer? Chinese medicine, I guess, is one.
Yes. Yeah. My specialization is in acupuncture.
Okay.
Yes. So acupuncture, and I have a master degree in ozone therapy, and other master degree in medicine, regenerative medicine.
Okay, tell me more about, or tell the audience more about ozone therapy. What's involved there?
Oh, I love the ozone therapy. It's for me it's a real miracle. So I meet ozone therapy when I have a very bad car accident.
Okay.
So I have I told you, very bad car accident. So, and the diagnosis is so terrible, fast, very, very, very bad. I have a inversion of my cervical spine. So every doctor, they told me I never walk again.
Wow.
They told me, I'm sorry, your back is so bad, you never walk again. So I'm sorry, we can't do anything for you. Just we need wait and see if the inflammation remove, and we can consider it doing a surgery for put something in my neck. But they told me, but it's not sure you can walk again.
Wow.
So unfortunately, one doctor come with my mom and talk and say, okay, we have one therapy is good for your daughter, so it's a ozone therapy. But in Mexico, in this year, we don't have many doctors they practice.
Right.
So my mom tried to go to Cuba and study some about ozone and buy the machine. So the ozone is a gas. So the oxygen is O2 and the ozone is O3.
O3.
So when you mix the ozone and the oxygen, you can potential oxygen in your body. So the cells need oxygen for work.
Okay.
So the ozone give a lot oxygen for the cells be happy, So if you give a lot oxygen, the body can regenerate.
You're oxygenating the cells, basically.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this is the ozone help doing for me. So when my mom started doing the treatment on myself, so she doing injection in all my back. So it's so painful, when you put the ozone in the muscle, make a big irritation because it's a big acid,
Right.
So, but the good thing is after 2 or 3 days, this pain start to release and the inflammation start to release too. So in myself, the ozone remove all the inflammation and help for the spine try to come into how you say more
like
rectal,
straighten
more
up.
straight,
yeah.
straight.
Oh, because you were curved before.
Exactly, because usually we have a curve like this, you know, but my neck is, after the accident, the curve is in this way.
Right.
So the ozone release the tension and the inflammation and make the muscle release the
so you're able to stand up straight. Exactly. Your spine was able to straighten out. Wow, that's amazing.
So for this reason, I love the ozone, you know, because it's amazing. So in myself, this helped a lot. So make me walk again. After 1 year, I start to walk again.
Wow.
And for this reason, I start to study more and see when you put in rectal, you know, you can regenerate all your system. So it's like you clean your blood and release the cholesterol, the glucose, uric acid, all the bad stuff. The ozone can release, you know, of yourself.
So great for internal organs, your intestines, your colon, your gallbladder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is the best.
Well, you have firsthand success story, experience of the success of using it. So I can understand why you want to administer it and be part of it. So
exactly.
I'll say I've had many ozone treatments as well and have had the benefits of it, and it is a little intense getting the injection.
Yes, the injection. The other is the injection. So the other type is I remove blood on your arm and mix with ozone, and you can put in injection.
Right.
So this increase your immune system, so make you feel more strong, you know, and relax the nerve system too.
Right.
So this is the good thing.
Yeah, really, really amazing product. Well, thanks for sharing that. You also mentioned acupuncture. So I think everybody knows what acupuncture is, but maybe not all the benefits. Why don't you share? I mean, maybe there's too many to list, but some of the major things people can benefit from while receiving acupuncture, from receiving it.
So the best is for pain. For pain is amazing because you can stimulate the natural painkillers on your body. So when you put the needles in your spine, you can stimulate all the nerve system. So you can release the pain very easy, you know, the natural form.
Right.
So one is these things for pain, for when the people have a nerves problem, like a paralysis, like a, you know, when they can move more the face. Or,
right.
So you can treat this problem, and it's amazing too. And for other things, like when the people, this is other good history. I remember in Nepal, when the monks, when you have a big infection or fever, you have one point. The point is do 14. It's in your back, so you can put the needle inside the back and stimulate your immune system, so you can release the fever.
Okay.
So I want to tell you about, I have, when I am in Nepal in the monastery, one night, one monk coming and say, "Hey doctor, can you help me please? Because we have a lot monks, little monks, you know, like a young monk. And they have a lot fever, they have a big infection, so can you treat them? And I say, okay, coming. So I go there, and one monk have a lot fever, you know, pain in the stomach, big infection. So I say, okay, just I have, but this is the first day I'm there, so I don't have anything. So they say me, okay, come in of the clinic and take whatever you need, you know. And when I am in the clinic, they open the doors and say me, you take anything. And for me, it's like a heart in my eyes, you know, because I see all the needles, all these things I need. And I say, yeah, very good. So I take some needles and something. And I visit the monks, and I start to, the first I say, you need to go to washroom, you know, shower yourself. And after I put just 1 point, Brent, just 1 point. And I put in the back and I start to stimulate. And after I say, oh, but we have other monk sick. And okay, I go for the other monk and I doing the same protocol, And after another, like a 10 or more monks, And after around 2 hours, 1 hour, when I finish, everything is okay. Just with 1 point, the fever is down, and they start to feel much better, And I say, but I need treatment. You need treat other day, I need other treatment. So the second day, when I am in the clinic, all the monks wait me, for the acupuncture. So it's amazing because you can use just 1 point for release many
different things.
Many different things.
Well, you've actually helped my allergies out through acupuncture.
Yes.
Stress, definitely. I was pretty new to acupuncture with you. I hadn't had a lot of experience before, but I'm very open-minded and, willing to try most things once. So I recall, being on the table and like Valentina's got these pins out and it's like she's digging. And it's like, not just like, breathe in and she pokes you and then she's digging and she's like, pain? Do you have pain? Pain? Do you have pain? I'm like, yeah, it's pain. That's pain. And she's like, oh yeah, pain. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. And so she's at it again and breathe in and pokes me again. And then she's like digging and she's like, do you have pain? Do you have pain? I'm like, yeah, it's pain. It's pain. She's like, oh, pain. So I do this a couple times. I think it was my third time. And I'm like, what is with this woman? And like, it's like she's getting off on my pain. She's so happy when I tell her I have pain. I'm like, Valentina, are you like some sort of dominatrix or something like this? But what I learned is she's looking for the electrical shock you get, which means she's doing the job. So she likes to know there's some pain. And
I need to be sure I am in the right place,
Yeah. But I was like, she's really liking so this funny when I'm in pain here.
Yeah. It's so funny. My patient, the same. He's, why you want to pain, you like the pain. I say, no, I need to be sure I am in the right place.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, so the acupuncture can treat many things,
Yeah.
And it's amazing too.
I've gotten, I don't know about enjoying it, but I've been enjoying the benefits of acupuncture. So, many different things you've treated with me.
For the gout,
gout has been something I suffer with in the past.
For the gout, for the diabetics, the people.
Diabetes too? Okay.
For the diabetes too.
Yeah.
And for woman, for healthy woman, for health of the woman, it's very good for balance the hormone system. So now I'm so happy because I study Jin Fan. Jin Fan is the herb formulas, the Chinese herb formulas.
Okay.
And it's amazing because you can complement it with acupuncture and Jin Fan, all the herb Chinese, for treat all the hormones problems.
Okay.
So it's very good because with the women and the men, like when the men have a low testosterone, you have one plant. It's like stimulate your natural hormones.
Okay.
So it's like you take testosterone, but it's a Chinese formula.
Oh, interesting.
So
well, yeah, I think that's valuable for men too, because what is it, after age 30, 35, our testosterone levels start to deplete, right? And growth hormones. So yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah. For the fertility too, I have some patient they can pregnant. So I treat with acupuncture, with ozone therapy, but more acupuncture.
For fertility, wow.
And electrotherapy. You need, it's little deep the treatment, but you need put electrotherapy in the uterus with acupuncture. And finally, you can pregnant,
Oh, is that right? Wow.
So I treat, now I have 4 patients. The doctor, they say you can have babies. For 8 years, they try and nothing. And after with acupuncture, they have a babies now.
Oh, wow. They must have been so happy.
So happy, you know. Now I see it's 3 or 4 childs.
Is
after
that right?
the treatment.
Wow.
Yeah. Different men, different ladies.
Different women.
Different women.
Yeah. Not the same man.
No. The different families.
Different families, yeah.
But it's amazing. You can have a babies, you know, just with acupuncture. Okay, not just acupuncture. You need complement other things.
Sure.
But the acupuncture is very, very good for.
Kind of stimulated the process.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's amazing. So many different benefits with acupuncture. One of your services and Ozone, and besides those, what other? Oh, I wanted to say before we move on from acupuncture, you mentioned electrotherapy. Mm-hmm. So this is something you've treated me with many times too.
Yes.
And so it's just like a little bit of a shock that's on the end of the needles, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then that helps relax tension or...
Yeah, it's different. If you have problem with the pain, like in your case, the first time when you have the pain in your back, mm-hmm. I put the needles and I put the electrotherapy. Is for release the inflammation and release the tension and stimulate the natural painkillers.
Right.
So, and for other things, like for if you have problem with allergies, for example, you can stimulate the immune system too with electrotherapy. You know?
Right,
mm-hmm.
right.
And for the fertility too, you stimulate your ovaries constantly. Little heart, you need heart, you know,
right.
Because sometimes we have some stagnation. So you need remove this stagnation for you have a baby.
Right.
Fertilization.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Amazing. Mm-hmm. Chinese medicine. So, beyond acupuncture and beyond Ozone, what other treatments or services do you?
It's hydrotherapy.
Right.
You know, it's amazing therapy. It's little strange therapy, but it's amazing therapy. So for many years, I received this therapy. My mom practiced this therapy for a long time, and she stimulated me for doing the same.
Right.
But I say, oh, Mom, I don't know, you know, it's little strange for the patient, you know.
It's intense.
It's intense.
It's a colon hydrotherapy for those who don't know, and basically you're putting a tube up your rectum and putting distilled water up there, right?
Water.
So, but the idea is to flush out
exactly.
your colon, your intestine, small intestine, large bladder, and clean it all out. And
exactly.
So I was in my 40s the first time. Well, still in my 40s, but you know, you think about the years of consuming food and meat and pork and probably not eating correctly, that you're eating meat and then drinking right after. And so all that stuff is hardening in your intestines, mm-hmm. antibiotics, you know, being stored in there, and mm-hmm. what else? Just all these things in your body building up. Mm-hmm. And I'll say from personal experience, it's about a 35-minute treatment.
Yes.
And the first probably 10 to 12 minutes are about the worst, getting used to being filled up. And it's about in 2-minute intervals, I'll say. Mm-hmm. I just had this done yesterday, so it's very vivid in my mind. But the first time I did it, you know, Valentina says to me, Brent, you're not fat, you're not overweight, but you're just so full of inflammation. You need to treat this. So, you know, it fills you up with distilled water, and then they shut it off and it drains out of you. And there's this tube you can see of this stuff, and it's like stuff coming out of the corners and twists and turns of your intestine, and it looks like little aliens floating through this tube, like bizarre looking stuff. And then you just see all this stuff come out of you that's been in there for, you know, 40 years or whatever,
for
like
long time.
Long time. So I felt instantly like I lost weight,
Exactly.
felt thinner. I was having some problems at the time processing things through my gallbladder as well. And it was so bizarre. I think it was about 17, 18 minutes into the therapy. Valentina's like, oh, look, now we're at your gallbladder. And besides all these crazy things coming out, and we saw parasites coming out of me, it was like there was sand all of a sudden in the tube.
Yes.
And she's like, that's your gallbladder. I'm like, well, holy crap. I'm like, I don't really know everything about the human anatomy, but I just imagine sand being in a drain or a sink drain and nothing being able to drain out of it. Something like that.
Yes.
Probably not working so well for that reason. So we got that all cleaned out and definitely felt a lot better afterwards. So
Yeah. It's amazing because you can feel one person before, another person after the therapy. The more amazing change is clarity in your mind. If you clean your large intestine, you can clean your mind too. So you remove all the anxiety, nerves, because you remove all the toxin in your body, make you feel anxiety and may feel tired or like a foggy, After the hydrotherapy, your body have a better oxygen, better nutrients, and you can think better too. So this is the thing I like so much. So
yeah, they always say, your gut health, affects you in so many ways, and the same thing beyond your gut, your intestines, and it's everything's connected.
Yes,
right. So it's easy to overlook these things and not realize how much they affect your health, but taking care of that's really important. And as some of us get more mature, we start to realize these things, and they become to the more important things to deal with in our lives. So, right on. Well, that's definitely a great therapy. Beyond colon hydrotherapy, is there any other services treatments that you offer?
Yes, now stem cells too.
Stem cells, yeah.
Stem cells, yeah. I like so much the stem cells because can regenerate all your system too. So I like complement all this therapy, In the treatment I give it's a detox treatment. Usually it's the more treatment I doing. So the first step is hydrocolonic therapy. First, we need clean the body, remove all the toxin of the body. The second step is oxygen the body for stimulate the cells, stimulate the circulation. And after we need give good nutrients of the body. And in the end, we can go to the regenerate step. So with the regenerative step, I use the stem cells. So we can put IV if you have a problem, chronic problem, kidneys problem. For diabetics, it's very
for
very
diabetics
good.
too.
It's very good because it stimulate the pancreas for make better insulin, and you can. You can remove all your medicine, because your body start to work much better. And if you have problems with the kidneys, the same. Can the stem cell go to the kidneys and stimulate the regenerate? And I mix with exosomes. The exosomes is very, very good, and it's amazing the function because it's like a messengers. So when the exosomes go inside the body, the first step, they help the stem cells for, they see, okay, your kidneys they need more help. Okay, you need to go first in the kidneys, And the other good thing is the exosomes go and see, it's like a policeman, they start to look some bad cells, and they call with the cells and they say, hey, you need remove. Your work is done here, and the exosome make the bad cells remove all your body.
Right. Well, stem cells, that's I consider to be very cutting edge, especially for that to be being done here in the little city of Huatulco. I think someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't even think that's offered in Canada anymore. I think it was offered. I remember my mother, it was a little bit different back then. She got a shot in her knee, and I think it worked. So maybe that was the problem. It worked too well. And I don't think they can even offer it anymore. No. I'm not sure about the U.S. I don't think...
Yes, but they give you the very low doses.
Very low doses.
Usually the clinic in there, they give you a very low doses many times. So you can see big difference, because if you put 10 millions, you're not doing too much things. So,
right.
For this reason, the people say, it's not very good,
Right.
But if you put a high doses, you can regenerate more easy and more quickly your body,
Yeah, I just think it's phenomenal to be able to offer that here. And so as I understand, a lot of the treatments you're doing, whether it's acupuncture, the colon hydrotherapy, even the ozone, if someone really needs stem cells, these things are needed to help prepare your body to make it safe for you to take the stem cells. So it's not like you can just walk in and say, I'll take some stem cells, please. There's some preparation that's needed in order to get the person's body in the right condition.
Exactly.
Or otherwise, maybe there could be alternative problems or something like that.
This is the reason we need doing a protocol first, detox treatment first.
Right.
Usually I do it for 21 days. 21 days with ozone therapy every day. 1 day hydrocolonic therapy, other day acupuncture. And when we finish this treatment, if you are okay, now we continue with the stem cells. But first, the more important first is detox the body. If you put the stem cells, but your body, they have a lot toxin, the large intestine have a lot fecal matter, you can absorb very well all.
Right.
So it's better have a detox treatment first and then.
Right. So detox and get yourself prepared. And then in order to take those stem cells, much different than what my mother had being a shot in her knee. Now it's an IV bag, an intravenous bag, right?
I doing the both.
Oh,
doing the both. I want to tell you about this case too. It's an amazing case. The last year in November, one lady, she's around 72 old years around. So she have a very bad knee problem, but very, very bad pain. She can walk, and she's from Canada. She visit the hospital, and they say, okay, you are so bad, but you need wait for surgery because we don't have other treatment for you, just surgery, but you need wait, So she coming, and but I remember when I see her, she can walk, she coming with a lot pain. She need help for walk, and I say, okay, give me your ultrasound, your MRI, and all these things. But I think maybe it's important see the both knees, because in Canada they check just one knee. So when she's here, I check the both knees, and I see the both knees is the bad. So really bad. She no have more cartilage. She lose all the cartilage. For this reason, she have a lot pain because the knees,
the bones are just hitting each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I talk with her, and I say the best treatment for this is stem cells, high doses, because this case is so bad, But I need to treat the both knees. But she said me, why, but because my pain is just in one knee. Yes, but the problem is the other knee because you use more,
right?
So you affect more.
So wearing the other knee out, compensating, basically.
Exactly, compensating, exactly.
Yeah.
So I put just one doses, Brent, just one doses with 150 millions of stem cells, plus 500 micrograms of exosomes. And now she come back after 6-7 months around. And she coming walking, no pain,
no pain,
and the cartilage start to regenerate, and it's amazing because she need to stay for 4 days on bed. After the treatment, you can move. 4 days you need be on your bed, and after you need a physiotherapy. So she doing all this protocol in Canada because she live after the treatment. So for 3 or 4 months, she doing a physiotherapy every week. And now finally, she's completely fine.
Amazing.
Yeah. Just one doses.
Wow. That's phenomenal. Mm-hmm. So that was an injection directly.
Injection in to
the part where there's the problem
inside the articulation.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And then with the IV, as I understand, you have your stem cells and then the exosomes. So the exosomes basically kind of tell the stem cells where to go.
Exactly.
Like these are the areas that you need to fix or treat.
Yes,
and so
exactly.
they're like a pathway or something like that. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's, I think, incredible today to be able to, have that kind of technology, health technology here in Huatulco. Mm-hmm. I'll even share myself. I was administered stem cells. What was that, back in 2022, I guess. Mm-hmm. Being a realtor, I'm, touching a lot of people, shaking a lot of hands, and I unfortunately got COVID 3 times, and I think it was February 24th. I went down for COVID again, and every time I had it, I was sick for about 3 weeks, and, congestion in my chest. I think I had some mold problems in my chest from before that it affected, and energy was really low, and, quite sick, the headache and the whole thing. But this time it seemed to get worse, and I remember really struggling to breathe. I was getting pretty scared. I was laboring so much. So we worked and got me through that, but then I think I had what you'd call long COVID. I just wasn't getting stronger. I was laying in bed every day. So 3 weeks turned into a month turned into 5 weeks to 6 weeks. And Aaron and I had a 20th anniversary trip planned, a dream trip to Italy. Mm-hmm. And we were looking borderline that we're going to have to cancel our trip. So we'd already been doing a lot of the work to prepare, and we decided to get me stem cells. Mm-hmm. So if I'm remembering correctly, we did it only 2 weeks before I was supposed to move to Italy. And it was the intravenous style. And you told me, you're going to notice a difference in 1 week, and then you'll get stronger and stronger next week and continue to get stronger for up to a month. And by the month, it'll be in full effect. So I remember taking the stem cells and going home and resting. Like, I guess I should say I was at the point after 2 months of having COVID, I could get myself to the office, to this desk in this chair, and I would sit for up to 3 hours at my desk trying to work. And that was all I had. That was all the energy I had. I'd have to go back home, lay down in bed. So 21 hours of the day I was in bed.
Yes.
And I'd maybe get at my desk 3 hours of work. So no exercise, no functioning. I did the stem cell treatment, and within a week, I could tell there was a difference. I felt stronger. So we made the decision to continue our trip. And first we went to London. I had some business there. Started feeling stronger the next week. 2 weeks later, we were in Italy, and I climbed Mount Etna. a live and active volcano. So going from not even be able to sit at my desk for 3 hours a day, not being able to function, having to be in bed 21 hours a day, to a month later being able to climb a mountain. Like, yes. What a turnaround that was. And I'll say I felt better in so many ways. My joints, my skin, everything started functioning better, and I got my life back. It was a very scary time for me. Of course, when you're physically sick, mentally you really decline as well. And that's why I say I think saved my life. I look at it like, because it was kind of dark days, and you never know what someone's going through. So I'm definitely I guess this is a little bit of a testimonial right here, to everything you do, Valentina, not just the stem cells, but that was probably the biggest thing, the most drastic thing. I noticed a huge benefit in my life. So very grateful that you have this treatment here.
Yeah, with pleasure.
Yeah. Beyond that pretty much wraps up, I guess, most of your treatments and services. Or is there anything else you'd like to share?
So now I'm so happy because I have a epigenetic test.
Epigenetic test.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a really, really good tool for complement the diagnosis, because with this test I need take some heart, just 5 fibers of your heart, and I testing, and we can see all the epigenetic areas affect your body, like if you have a lot influence for how you say radio, how you say okay, I forget
frequency?
The frequencies. Yes.
Frequencies, yeah.
If you have a lot radiation,
okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
if you have a lot radiation on your body, this machine they tell you need separate of your phone, because you have a lot of radiation in your cells.
Right.
And if you have a problem with some nutrients, absorb very well. And if you need more vitamins, if you need more minerals, but specific what kind of minerals or vitamins or omegas you need, And if you have some allergy for some food, and all deficit in your body, this machine can see, So it's very good for testing all body and see what is the food is not good for you. And finally, this machine give a report for give some recommendation, some diet, a special diet, special nutrients, what kind of supplements you need, and what doses. This is the good things. This is the more important things, because usually the people take many supplements, vitamins, and they take like a candies, but absorb anything,
Right.
So it's very important to see what kind of nutrients you need, specifics,
Right.
Because maybe you eat a lot vitamin D, you take vitamin D, but maybe when we see the scan, you don't absorb anything because it's in pills. When you take the pills, you don't absorb almost nothing. So in this point, we need introduce in your veins, for absorb better. So I'm so happy because finally I have this scan here. So it's very good for my diagnosis,
Right. That sounds very thorough, credible scan. So yes. What does that look like as far as taking or using the machine? Is it headphones, or is it something that wraps around your body, or how do you administer the test?
No, just I take 5 fibers of your hair, and it's little Tesla bobine.
Okay, so it's like DNA.
Yes, it's DNA.
It's a DNA test.
It's the DNA test.
Okay.
Yes, it's DNA test. Usually the people think the DNA is programmed for fathers, for our fathers. Like I have influence because my father have a diabetics or have a cancer. Oh, the people think, oh, if my father have cancer, maybe I have too. But no, the problem is if you eat some bad food, if you don't have good habits, if you're not doing exercise or many things, you start affect your DNA. So this test show you what kind of things you're doing affect your DNA now.
Right.
Not just heredity,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's very deep testing.
Yeah. Sounds very thorough and very useful, of course.
Yes.
Being able to know not only what's wrong but how to treat it and in what sort of doses or measurements. Mm-hmm. So yeah, incredibly valuable.
It's very good technology. It's from Germany.
Okay.
So I doing this test here, but I need send all the test to Hamburgo, to Germany. And after the laboratory in Germany, they send me the report. So I don't do it alone,
Right, yeah.
I work with the Hamburgo.
Got the
German laboratory.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, very cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, incredible treatments here in Huatulco, and, it just shows what a variety of, health and wellness and, medical therapy that we have in our little community. Mm-hmm. Beyond that, Valentina, is there any other treatments you'd like to share that you offer? Or?
Yeah, usually this and vitamins treatment.
Vitamin treatments.
Treatment.
That's yes. A vitamin IV.
IVs.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yes,
so someone's feeling under the weather, they can get a vitamin IV, or you treat them for different reasons with that.
I have one patient. She's a beautiful lady, and she told me every time the IVs is very good for her because every people on her family, and sometimes they have a big flu,
right?
But she not have flu because she take the IV regularly. She gets
the vitamin IV, mm-hmm. So it helps with the immune system. Preventative maintenance almost.
Exactly.
Yeah. So someone could get something like that like once a month, or
just depends.
Depends. Yeah.
On myself, I do it every 2 months because I work too much, so I need doing,
Yeah.
But now with this test, we can see we need be more sure when you need, because the other good thing is when we doing the scan, we have a result, and after we have 3 months for treatment. After the 3 months, we doing again the same test, and we can see the difference.
The difference, yeah.
So this is a good thing because we can see the real improve in your body.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's show the measurement of it all. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Excellent. Well, I haven't done that machine yet. So.
Yeah, it's because in Mexico we have maybe 2 years, 1.5 years. It's more new in here.
Okay.
In Europe, we have more time, but in Mexico, for all the rules, the government I can bring here before. I want to buy before, but I can bring here because the government can accept this technology. But finally, they accept. So
okay, so it's even new just to Mexico, not just to your practice.
No, in Mexico.
Yeah.
The name is Epic's Life.
Epic's Life.
Epic's Life.
Okay.
Yes, but they have a lot work in Europe. Mm-hmm.
Well, it sounds very cutting edge, and I think natural medicine is just so refreshing. Not against Western medicine at all, but I just think in the world, it's just become too easy. You're feeling this way, have a pill. You're feeling this way, have a pill, and I think a lot of us know some of these pills. They might help in some ways, but they're affecting us in other ways. Mm. So if you can do it naturally, why not, look that way? And it's, I love how you have the oldest medicine, Chinese medicine, but also embracing these new technologies, and and bringing them all together for, really nice healthcare.
Exactly. Yeah. I like story too much, I almost all my life I start to story with my family. They say me, hey, you need to stop, you story too much,
Yeah.
And the people say me, what you doing in your free time? And I say a story,
Yeah.
So because I really like, this is my passion, Brian, this is my real passion. So I love a story, and I love see more technology and see other things can help more on the people, and complement the treatment.
Yeah.
This is the reason I have many therapists together, work together.
Together, yeah.
So now I have 18 years in this area. So every year is coming new things, and I love introduce more. And the other things is the Jin Fan, the formula, the Chinese medicine, the Chinese herbs. I hope soon I have here too.
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask you about that, so thanks for saying that again. Jin Fan.
Jin Fan.
That's Chinese herbs.
Chinese herbs.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
My teacher is the best. The doctor is Juan. Is in Chinese. This is from China, and it's a very good doctor because he studied a lot about the plants and the reaction and how can complement with acupuncture too. So it's very, very good treatment too.
Yeah, amazing. Mm-hmm. Well, I hope everyone's been enjoying our visit here with Valentina. Valentina's practice is called Casa de Vida, and you can find her in Santa Cruz, Huatulco. She's upstairs. I'll also say in the comment section below the video, you can find a blog about Valentina, or a few blogs we'll post where you can find her contact information. If you've been liking our content, please go to our channel and subscribe. This in particular is the Made for Mexico playlist on my YouTube channel. You can also hit the notifications so you get notified every time we post a new video. Well, thank you so much, Valentina, for being with me today. If you were to give some advice to people on, what's the best way to take care of themselves, what's the best health and wellness advice you can give to people to take care of themselves?
So I think it's very important be awareness, have mindfulness when you eat.
Mindfulness when you eat. Okay.
So my teacher say, time to eat is time to eat.
Right.
So it's very important, focus your mind when you eat. So it's important, just eat. No, you know what I mean.
Put down the phone.
No phone.
Shut the TV off.
Exactly. So because many problems start in the mouth. If you not chew it very correctly, if you can absorb very well the nutrients. So if you focus your mind in the TV, in your cell phone or wherever, your conscience can know you eat, So it's very, very important eat. If you want to be healthy, you need eat, but eat. Not thinking in other things. You need just focus,
Think about your food, taste your food.
Take the food, tasting, and, chew.
I think we were taught when we were young to chew every bite 26 times or something like that.
Something.
I'm sure most of us chew as little as possible until we can swallow it down. Sadly enough, we're all eating so quickly a lot of times. So that's great advice.
You can eat quickly. It's okay, but focus your mind in your food.
Okay.
No matter somebody called you, it's the time for it. So I think this is very important. The people now more because the people eat in the office or eat in the car or something like this, and after they have a lot of digestive problems.
Right.
So if you pay attention when you eat, you can you can have a good digestive.
Better digestion.
Better digestive.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I'll work on that. I'll definitely practice that more.
Please.
I'm a good patient now, right, Valentina?
Finally, you are a good patient, Brent.
She'd always rate me whether how much I was listening to her or not, and Valentina, I really, again, just say appreciate everything you've done for me, sharing your passion with Mexico, with everyone. There's another cool story. I can't remember how many years back it was, but I was out at a beach party in Bocana, Sarah Muccio's party, and I was just hanging out, and this lady walked up to me, and she's like, "Are you Brent May?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Brent. How you doing?" And she's like, "I just want to thank you. You saved my life." And I'm kind of like, "Oh, what's going on here? This is really weird. Like, how would I have saved anyone's lives?" She's like, "Well, no, you didn't save my daughter's life. You didn't save her life." She kind of corrected herself, but she's like, "We found your blog on the internet," and I can't remember. She was, I think, living in the U.S., and she literally moved here based off of my blog to meet you, and she moved her family here, and her daughter was suffering from addiction. I don't know exactly what, but and that's not important, but had some severe addiction. So she moved here, and I think she was at the end of the treatment now. I think they'd moved for 6 months about at that time, if I'm remembering correctly. But she's like, "Brent, you saved my daughter's life," or well, technically you saved her the daughter's life. But she was so grateful to me just for writing this blog about you, yes, and it what helped her find you. And so I can't even imagine how rewarding it is to feel, that you're making such a difference in people's lives and saving people like that. And just, when people are so hopeless, I was there, I was so hopeless, and then, helping them turn that all around and having them live a good life again. So it was very special.
Yeah. Thank you so much too, because some people call me from Serbia, from South Africa, just for this article,
Oh, because of the blogs, it's amazing, the internet, the power of the internet. So,
thank you so much too.
Hey, you know what? I'm very happy to share. Well, that's what Aaron and I are doing. That's what this show is about, is, sharing our experiences in Mexico and, showing that there's great people in Mexico, great people like yourselves that are doing amazing things. And, it's just, we're very grateful for this wonderful life we have here in Mexico and all the wonderful people in it. So I'm happy to share the good things that are going on.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, once again, I'll just say this is Valentina Campos. Her practice is called Casa de Vida. You can find her in Santa Cruz, Huatulco, and get contact information from the comment section below. So we're going to sign off for now. TIM, this is Mexico, and our show is called Made for Mexico, where we help you discover if you are made for Mexico. I am Brent May. Adios.